So let us try to solve this question and learn the concept together. Question is having a function given x cube plus ax square plus bx plus c, and it is saying that if it is equal to 0, fx is 0, then it has three distinct roots, and these three roots are integers. So distinct, you are very clear that it will be different from each other, and it has to be integer. Now another equation is given x square plus 2x plus 2 in bracket whole cube plus a into in bracket x square plus 2x plus 2 whole square plus b into x square plus 2x plus 2 plus c is equal to 0, and it is saying that this equation does not have any real roots. This is having three roots, integral roots, and that is distinct, but this one does not have. If you take x square plus 2x plus 2, because it is common in every, see here also x square plus 2x plus 2, here also x square plus 2x plus 2. So can we take this as t? So let us say t is equal to x square plus 2x plus 2. Further we can write it so this equation will become but what is this equation? Can you notice that if you put t in function x, if you put t in place of x, you put t, then you are getting the same expression as it is here. And if you make it 0, then it will become equation. Only difference between this ft and fx is the domain of variable will be different for the roots of the equation if we are trying to get, right? So we should try to find the domain of this equation, or this function, sorry. Rather we should say for this function we should try to find the domain of t. So your t is equal to x plus so to find the domain you must have the minimum value of t and the maximum value of t, right? Okay. So what will be the minimum value of t from here? When this part will become 0. So 0 plus 1 will be the minimum value 1. But when will it become 0? When x is equal to minus 1. And what will be the maximum value of x, of t? Keep on increasing x from negative side to positive side till infinity. So it will tend to infinity. We cannot write equal to infinity because infinity is an indefinite number. So domain means of t will be 1 inclusive till infinity exclusive. In question it is being said that this equation does not have any real roots. And what is the domain of this function? What is the domain of this function? 1 to infinity for t, 1 inclusive, infinity exclusive. And we are getting this equation by putting value of, in place of x we are putting t. So we are getting this function. But it is getting said that this function does not have any real roots. Does not have any real roots. Domain is from 1 to infinity. So it means this function does not have any real roots from 1 to infinity. But at the same time, the question says that this function fx is equal to x cube plus ax square plus bx plus c has 3 distinct integral roots. Integer. So what should be the value of x? X should be, the roots value should be less than 1, an integer. Okay? So here, if we say that it is having 3 distinct real roots, integral roots, x1, x2 and x3, then it must be less than 1 an integer. So next to 1 is on the left side 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, like that. So any three you can pick up, right? But in your question, if you see A is equal to, what options are given? 0, 2, 3, minus 1, right? So we can say that this equation is having 3 roots, and let us say that is 0, minus 1 and minus 2. To match with this. So now we assign the value. x1 is equal to 0, x2 is equal to minus 1, x3 is equal to minus 2. In cubic function or in cubic equation, you know that if it is having 3 roots, the sum of 3 roots, that is x1 plus x2 plus x3, is equal to minus a. So just keep the value of x1, x2, x3. Or we can write it like this. A will be no difference. So your A will become x1 is 0, x2 is minus 1, x3 is minus 2, A is 3. Then second, you also know x1 into x2 plus x2 into x3 plus x3 into x1 will be equal to coefficient of x, that is b. So you can write b is equal to x1 into x2. x1 is 0, x2 into x3, minus 2 into minus 1. x3 into x1, x1 is 0, so this is 0. b is equal to 2. Same way, you also know c will be x1, x2, x3 with negative sign. x1 is 0, so whole thing will become 0. So A, B and C you got. A is equal to 3, B is equal to 2, C is equal to 0. A is equal to 3, B is equal to 2, and C is equal to 0. So these three you got. Fourth one is directly your answer, but you must verify that how it can be concluded. क्या दिया हुआ इसमें? If the roots of f dash x is equal to a, k. So first we should differentiate the function f, that is f dash x, 3x square to ax plus b 0. So your function become this. Now the question says the roots of this function are equal. So in quadratic equation, when the root becomes equal, when your determinant is 0. So do that. Let's see. So make the determinant 0. B square, that is 2a square. 4 into a is 3. C is, sorry, this equal to k in the question, it is given, sorry. So your equation has become 3x square plus 2ax plus b minus k is equal to 0. Now this equation is having equal roots, and this is a quadratic equation, so determinant should be 0. So make it 0. 4a square minus 4 into a is 3 into b minus k is equal to 0. Put the value of a is 3, so this is 36. Take this on the other side, so this is 12 into b minus k. B is 2, so put the value of b as well. Yeah, put the value of 2, b is equal to 2. So your 2 minus k is 36 divided by 12, 3. So k will be minus 1. So you have proved this, that k is minus 1. Hopefully you understood this. If not, then I'll try to elaborate you. Any equation in cubes, general equation if you write in this form, x cube plus ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. If it is having 3 roots, let us say x1, x2, x3. So means this will be having 3 factors. It can be written like this. Now expand it. So when you expand it and reorganize, you will be getting x cube minus x1 plus x2 plus x3 into x square plus x1 into x2 plus x2 into x3 plus x3 into x1 x minus x1, x2, x3. So if you expand and reorganize, you will be getting this. So then you can compare 1 and 2. Compare it. So your minus x1 plus x2 plus x3 should be equal to a. Means your x1 plus x2 plus x3 should be minus a. Same way, this to this is equal to b, then this to this, so minus x1, x2, x3 is c. So this is what we have used in the last. This is what we have used here. So hopefully you might have understood the entire concept. Understanding concept is important. And even if you have some doubt anywhere in solving it, please do contact. I am there to clarify. Thank you.